Psycho welcome back to another episode of Dakota Goons, guys. We are super excited, and we are. I don't even know, dude. We got, I guess, breaking news, right?
Yeah, little exciting news for
Uh,
next week.
yeah, next week our first guest, who I really wanted,
hmm
Carter Sanderson is gonna hop on with us. Gonna ask some questions, of course, and see how he's doing so far this year. He scored his first goal this last week.
Yes, sir. It's a
Um,
beauty.
so it was, yeah. So it was very exciting for us. He gets his first goal, excited for him. So we're super excited again to have him join us next week. So that's one you guys definitely want to watch coming up. Uh, Other than that, some really crazy news in the NHL.
Yeah. I don't know where you want to start.
I think we'll just start in the divisions,
Yeah,
and
we'll
then
go
we'll just
through
go
the.
team by team
Yeah.
and go through the big what's happening in each team. So again, we'll start with the Pacific Division.
hmm
Um, right now, freaking the Sharks, or sorry, Sharks, yeah, finally got their first win.
Finally, yeah, that's one
But,
thing. Sharks finally get their first win. It was an overtime win. It was a comeback win,
yeah,
and so that's a that I think everybody in the league is kind of rooting for them to get a win.
yeah,
Because young coach, young team, to fully led the charge to come back, vet presence. So I mean, I don't know. The guys deserve a win, especially
yeah,
the young rookies.
yeah. The sad part is Sabrini's not there,
I know.
and I feel like honestly, I feel like that first game I watched him play,
hmm
he was impressive.
Oh yeah,
And I think
you
he's a
you could tell he could
big.
be a difference maker.
He is, and
Yeah.
so I wish Will. I guess I haven't looked at their games if Will Smith is doing so good, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know with the veterans. You feel like they'd be a decent team, but right now they're
At
not
least have a
showing
win
it.
or two more.
Yeah,
More.
I think again it's the coaching too.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what's going on too
Yeah.
well right now. So
They're young to rebuild.
yep,
It's kind of expected. Well, maybe not this bad, but
yeah,
they'll come around.
they're as far as as you can possibly be right now. I guess bottom of the
hmm
hole.
Bottom of the pack.
But hey, that just means you can just keep winning, and no one will tell.
Yeah.
But so that was the Sharks starting at the bottom for some reason.
Mm.
It's just Anaheim still they got some wins, but still down at the bottom. I'm gonna skip over Edmonton right now. Let's go up to the top though. I'm gonna go to Vegas. Vegas honestly is surprising me a little. I guess not really surprising me. I figured they would be doing good.
hmm
But
Their goalie tending has been great.
Yeah.
Samsonov's 3-0, and Hill has been stellar too when he's played.
Yeah, so I'm surprised. And like a lot of these games aren't like 2-1, 3-1. They're like demolishing.
Well, yeah, they're
everybody.
scoring 4 or 5 goals a game. But I mean, you have Eichel and Stone are just leading the charge. Stone's, I think he's the points leader in the league so far right now. I think he's got 18, 17 or something ridiculous. And they're both just dishing it out.
Their point differential is plus 19.
Yeah,
The next
They're-
best, next best in that division is Vancouver at plus 2.
yeah, no,
That's crazy.
yeah. And Vegas was on a 4-game win streak prior. Or I think they are still on one. Or they're on a 4-game win streak.
Yeah, they
maybe.
are on a
Yeah.
4-game win streak
So
right now.
that's looking great. Yeah, I mean, we all know what Stone and Eichel be giving out for Halloween. They're giving out goals.
Of course, you had to put that out there. That's funny. So yeah, second in that division, LA Kings.
Kingies.
I think we can't be too, sad. We're 5-2-2.
Mm-hmm.
They play the Sharks tonight, so hopefully 6-2-2.
Yeah.
But
the last 3 or 4 games have been pretty good.
we're still trying to find ourselves. Fiala got benched mid-game.
Eef. Why is that? Just play?
Just yeah.
Just foreplay?
So he did that last year too, and he kind of realized, okay, I got to get going, and he did a lot better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how he's gonna perform after that. So hopefully he comes out with like a goal, 2 assists.
Yeah.
And just goes ham.
Something to get the confidence
And
back.
it's probably a good thing he got benched last game, and now like this game you're playing the worst team technically right now in the league, and it's time to step up.
Opportunity.
So yeah.
I get that.
Then you got Vancouver and Calgary.
Mhm.
Calgary's fallen a little short. They're on a 3-game losing streak now.
Yep.
They just played Vegas and got stomped.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, it's a tough. And with the other thing with Vegas too is they're Carlson's back now.
Yeah.
So he's got a game or two under his belt now, and so then I'm sure he'll be picking up the pace.
Yeah, and that
point wise.
helped.
So that just helps offensively even more for those guys.
Yeah, because 5-0 against Calgary, and again Calgary, that if we thought they're gonna be a playoff team, they needed it to do better against the Knights.
Yeah.
I can't really say much about that because the Kings played the Knights and we got demolished as well.
Yeah.
But that's just, I think, a learning point. I'm happy they got Vegas right away like that. They'll probably play them another 2-3 times.
Well, and their Wolf, he's a rookie.
Yeah.
And later, he's not a rookie this year, but he's still young. And so, like, they're goaltending to they're a young group of guys. So things like this are going to happen.
Yeah, so hopefully they can bounce back and take a learning curve on losing so bad to the Vegas.
Yeah, and the Canucks are finally coming up too. They won 4 straight after that. They just lost in overtime.
Yeah,
they've won 4. They won 4 straight to kind of bring themselves up out.
Yep. Seattle, right in the middle at 500 right now.
Yeah.
They're still trying to find their identity, but again, they could squeeze in there. Again, super early. Now the big exciting news, I guess, coming out of Edmonton, Connor McDavid gets hurt on a weird play.
It doesn't look like
terrible.
Yeah, I mean, it just looked like the guy got his stick on his skates, wrapped on his skates. He stepped on it, and he was on the boards, and like he slid. I don't know if you can't tell at the angle, maybe he caught his toe or his foot in the boards, and I don't know if it twisted funny or something.
Yeah, but he kept skating. He finished his shift, and that was it. He flew back to Edmonton to get evaluated, but I don't know what this team's gonna look like without him.
Yeah, well, there's talk of depth that they have, as a team as a whole, but those guys, they've all been really underperforming. A lot of they've got. I think Janmark, I don't think he has any points. There's a couple other guys that only have 1 or 2 points.
Yeah.
They're not producing. Nothing's going in for them. They can't find him. Hyman's still without a goal yet after coming off a 50-goal season.
Yeah.
Well, he needs to start scoring, finding the back of net or something to just break through, to break that 1 goal so he can just start flowing more.
Yeah.
You still have Draisaitl still doing great. Hopkins needs to step up a little bit more too as well.
Yeah, I don't know what they do. I don't know if they like, well, sorry, coach, but like that's what's gonna happen if they don't start performing now, especially when they don't have. Again, I don't know how long Connor's gonna be out. Maybe it's just a little tweak. I don't know, but more than likely, if he is going back home to Edmonton to get evaluated, it's probably gonna be like week to week.
Yeah, it's something a little bit more serious, other than day to day.
Yeah, so that's not looking good. So I'm a little scared. They're right now tied for 5th in the league or in the Pacific Division, but I don't know what happens because their last game they lost, and it was against the Blue Jackets, and it was 6-1. So you lose your best player, and now no one steps up to perform. It doesn't.
Yeah, and still inconsistent goalie play.
Yeah,
on that side too.
Like literally, they scored 1 goal. And it was a defenseman on a power play, assist from a defenseman, and then Corey Perry, who probably just threw the puck up. I didn't even look at it, but none of their big guys performed against a softish Blue Jackets team.
Yeah,
these
are teams that you would think Edmonton, would win, should win against. Really,
yeah.
It's kind of the middle bottom pack of the teams.
So Edmonton's big question mark right now, guys. I don't know what's going to happen with them here, but you don't want to see Connor down. But again, hey, can help Connor in a little bit about his contract. Hey, look what happens when you don't have me. It's up to you. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
but
see how Draisaitl can do.
Yeah, that one's gonna be a tough one. Next up, now we'll go up to Central, and man, is Central exciting.
Yeah.
It's probably my favorite division right now.
Yeah.
You have the Jets that finally lost.
Finally.
But
after 8.
They were down 4-0. I was like, yeah, this is probably going to lose. But then I saw it was a 6-4 game with an empty netter. So 5-4, empty netter. But that, to me, against a Toronto team that, again, they're trying to still I think Toronto came out hard that game because they lost really bad to a team that they shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
But I think with the Jets coming back and making that a close game, yes, they're leading the league, but man, that's against a Toronto team that's a playoff contenders already. The Jets are going to be a scary
Oh
team.
yeah, for sure. Oh, the Jets already they have 3 forwards are over 10 points, and then they got Morrissey who's got 11 points as a defenseman. So like they're just
Well, yeah, there's another
all
defenseman
their
I feel like on
guys
that
are just
team.
playing amazing right now.
Yeah.
And their power play is, I think, third in the league. They're like a 36% on the power play or
Yeah.
something. So like, there's just no. And then Hellebuck back there is on top.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, this team they're ready. They're looking like one of the cup contenders for sure. Obviously, like we've talked about before, for this season.
Yeah.
Already early on.
Yep.
They're a tough team to beat no matter what. And the previous game before that, I think they had come back too. They were down a couple goals, and they had come back and won it.
Yeah.
So.
And again, it's to the point where everyone's contributing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everybody is
on team effort.
Is putting points up, and I think that's the most scariest part of this whole Jets team is that it's not just one or two guys. I think I saw 4 guys are tied at like 10 points on the team for the high or whatever it was. And that to me, like if you look at anybody else in the whole league, they don't have more than 2 or 3 in the top 50.
Yeah.
These guys have like
they're kind of the same as Vegas, where it comes like Vegas has got 2 or 3 guys. They have Eichel and Stone who are way up there in points, and they're most of them points are assists, so they're feeding their other teammates, and their line mates and everybody else score goals, and so like that, as you can tell, gonna get you some wins.
Yeah, so those Jets are scary. Dallas, I think they're scary.
Dallas is still Dallas.
Yep, lost 2 games, but they're right there. So that race for the number 1 spot in the Central, where I thought it was going to be easy, Dallas is probably not going to be as easy Dallas as I thought. A team now that surprised me a little bit, but I still don't have high hopes for, is the Wild.
Yeah,
I love that they're playing. Their goal differential is +8. That's the concerning thing. They're scoring a lot of goals in some games, but next game is they're giving up a lot more too. So that part scares me. But again, I just think of Minnesota teams in general. They do so good, and then it comes playoffs or it comes close to whatever, and they're just down.
Yeah.
So
thing is with Minnesota team, they started off the season the first I can't remember handful of games where they never were behind. They never had to play from behind. But these last 2 games, I know tonight they were down 2-0 in the first to the Penguins, but they were up 3-2 after the first or second, so they came back. And then the prior game against the Flyers, it's the same thing. They were down 2-0. They came back and they got it tied 5-5.
Yeah.
And they later on, but ended up losing the game. But still, even with being not in the beginning of the season, not used to playing from behind, and having back-to-back games where you're behind, but you come back to tie it up. And on this game, they're probably going to win tonight against the Penguins. The previous game, still lost to the Flyers. It shows that it don't matter what. They got a lead. They don't have a lead. That they're in it at all times.
Yeah.
Every period, every minute. And their power play is just looking great with Zuccarello, Kirill, Boldy, Faber. They're all just playing stellar.
Yeah.
And Kirill is just leading the charge.
And again, they only have played 8 games. That's the lowest in that division, and they're 5-1-2. So it's been fun to watch them.
Yeah, and Gustafsson's been amazing. And when he's needed to, and so is Fleury.
Yeah,
when Fleury's coming to back up, he's played great.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's probably playing tonight.
I think he is. Yeah.
Yeah. So fun team there. Again, I hope the best for Minnesota, but when it comes down to it, they're a Minnesota team, and they're not. They're gonna choke at some point.
It's hard to trust them. You just basically we have to see him push past.
Yep.
So, push past the first round.
Yeah, there you go.
To really see, to believe.
Yep.
They're it.
Another team, St. Louis Blues. They're on that hit and miss. They're just right above 500, but they're a hit and miss. Same with even Colorado hit and miss.
No, Colorado has been they're hot. They're one of the hottest teams right now. They're on a.
They just lost, but yeah,
I know
they were down
it
there
don't matter.
low
They're
last
on a
week. But,
yeah. They don't matter. I mean, you know how the start of the season.
Well, yeah, and
God
again,
awful, but then they won 5 straight. I think it
start of the
was.
season, still start of the season.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
But
I know
yeah,
we're
yeah,
10
yeah,
games
yeah,
in, but
yeah.
they were,
I know.
the first 5 games, they were getting crapped on. They were averaging like 4 goals against a game, on their goalies, and so they make the switch up, and they pretty much, it looks like they're giving the reins to Annanen, and he's been taking over, and he's been starting the previous games, and McCarr and McKinnon have just been unloading and just leading the charge with Rantanen and Middlestat, right at their sides, helping them out. Like McCarr and McKinnon, I think right now are on a 10-game point streak.
Could be, I don't know.
So 9 or 10-game point streak. So
again, we go back to you need more from other people.
Well, with
so,
Nichushkin hopefully coming back
yeah.
when he gets reinstated, I know he's gonna come back to the team because they need more offense right now.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what Landeskog with the whole dealing with that is.
Yeah, I haven't heard any updates on that. But again, they lost to Blackhawks. I understand they played the night before, but 5-2, like that's tough.
Yeah, I get it, but I still wouldn't be too worried about them and Nashville. Like the two teams, I still wouldn't be too worried about.
Yeah. No. That's probably one of the biggest teams to watch for to keep moving up. Yeah, they're an exciting team, and I think they're gonna get better if they can, get the guys that they want back healthy.
Well, and Ross Colton, who's their leading goal scorer with 8 goals, he's going to be missing some time with the foot injury, and so that's going to hurt a little bit too now.
Of course. A hot team that kind of fizzled away now, Utah.
Yeah.
They gave the Sharks their first win, and from being like 4-0-1, they're now 4-4-2.
Yeah.
Not saying that nothing can happen. Again, it's be way too early to tell, but this is kind of what I expect.
Yeah.
I didn't figure a hot start like that, but a new team, new place type of thing makes sense. But now it's kind of fizzling off a little bit. So hopefully they can find a little bit more juice at some point to push their way back up.
Yeah, they were riding that high. It was like a big old adrenaline rush. Basically, the new team.
And then Nashville. Finally wins. They were 0-5 last week. But after that, they've now won 3, and they've got a point in the last 4 games.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, is what matters.
Yep.
That to me shows that they're going in the right direction. Again, I said they could not go 0-10, or they could not. I said last week that they needed to start winning now, or it's going to be very hard.
And long season.
Good thing they listened to me, and they are now on the win column and looking positive. I think everyone is getting used to each other. I think give it a couple more weeks, and they're probably going to be on a nice winning streak.
Yeah. Marshall's
last
10 fitting in.
Nice.
Yeah, Skagey, he's fitting in now. It's just Stamkos still, he only has 1 goal and 2 assists at 3 points. So I'm hoping that he can, I don't know, maybe find the back of the net a few more times to really start to let loose. Like, I know he's going to find himself, and he's going to eventually, he's going to get it, and he's going to get things going.
Yeah.
Slow start for him, but obviously we get it. A lot of new guys, like you get him plus 2 other, like kind of stars coming in the team, so you got to learn to share the puck. You're going to be and a lot more on this team, stacked team. Big names.
Yeah, I think honestly, so Stamkos, they just lost to the Lightning, and in overtime, but he finally got an assist, 2 of them on both the goals.
Yeah,
and so I think now he's gonna be like, okay, here we go. Like I got that home welcome. Now I can hopefully start playing my game, and I hope that does happen because
they need him to start scoring. If he starts producing, then it'll be what I think we all thought Nashville would be this year.
Yeah, and again, that's such a tough division. It's you're almost like too far behind almost.
Yeah, and we're only 10 games.
Yeah, I'm like it's so like if Winnipeg goes back on another freaking 8-game winning streak, Like
They're gonna make a big push between the bottom
yeah,
teams and those top
it's
ones.
that's the tough division, man. Tough division. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the divisional matchups for that division will matter.
Yeah, I think you could see a big gap switch really quickly in the next couple, even maybe a couple months, but in the next month you could probably see something crazy happen in that Central Division where a couple like it's already almost set in stone almost.
Could be.
But but yeah. So there's the Western Conference. Eastern Conference Atlantic Division. First off, the bottom team right now is Ottawa, and they are going to win and move up to the
Third place.
fourth place.
Fourth place.
Fourth, right under Toronto tonight
Okay.
because they are beating St. Louis Blues the 6-2 nothing.
Yeah.
And
Jesus.
they have one more period. So, but again, the Blues are a team that I know I can come back, but
I don't know about 6 goals.
6 goals is going to be a little bit too tough.
That's tough.
I think. So there's that, and then yeah, like you were saying, 4 teams are tied at 9.
Yeah.
That's Buffalo, Boston, Montreal, Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
We have Toronto, then Tampa, and Florida. Again, I think the scariest team on this Atlantic Division is Tampa Bay. Tampa has 9 games. They're 6-3 at 12 points. They're just, dude, they're scary. They really are.
Yeah. Offensively, they're a threat. And when Vasilevsky's on his game, he's unstoppable. As I saw them when they played the Caps last, shut them out.
I could see them at the end of it winning that division just if they keep doing what they're doing. I'm really excited. I think they may already played, but that Tampa and Panthers game would be really fun to watch right now.
Yeah.
I think they've already played. I could be wrong, but I would love to see that game happen again if they haven't already. I guess those 2 teams would be super fun to watch. Yes, they've already played October. Well, actually,
no, that's probably preseason.
Yeah, October 2nd is
preseason.
Preseason, so they have not
haven't
played in the regular season yet. Doesn't look like they will play. Holy buckets! They don't play in the regular season
till way later.
Till December.
Yeah.
And it's a back-to-back. They literally play in Tampa Bay, and then they go to right across the street, pretty much.
Hollywood, I think it is.
Yeah, well, that's freaking crazy. That's not until December. That's right before Christmas. Jeez, dude, that's crazy. But, oh man. So those 2 teams.
We'll see where they're at that time when
it
comes that time. We'll see how both those teams are doing then.
Yep. Toronto just above 500.
Mm-hmm.
They're again, they're still trying to find their team. New
inconsistent
coaching, inconsistent play.
It's from them.
They're good one time. It's just hit or miss. And again, beginning of the season, you're gonna have that.
Yeah, new coach.
Yeah, you're gonna about 10 games in now. We got 72 left. So
a little ways to go.
They'll find a way to hopefully get those core guys going again.
Yeah.
So, Detroit, Montreal, Boston, Buffalo's even up there too.
Yeah, Buffalo's been starting to win.
Yep.
A little bit. Uka Puka Luka been doing pretty good.
So that's looking good. Boston kind of surprises me down there. Yeah. But again, I don't think they're as good as we really think they. I think we had them down there. We didn't have them really up high.
I didn't have them really that high. They started out I think a little better, but I don't know. I think they're kind of where we expected them.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, they finally won 1 game, or they're on a 1-game winning streak now.
Mm-hmm.
Montreal up on a 2-game winning streak. So
Montreal's been scoring. He's got 9 so far.
He kind of gets hot and cold.
He scored tonight. I don't know. I know once for sure. I don't know if he scored more than that, but yeah, he's been on a streak.
Yeah. So that Atlantic Division, I literally just screenshot that because I want to see what it's gonna look like just in a week span. Of how different.
I know, because you're talking about they're like last week how they could be kind of. We think that they're underperforming as a division, but you got to realize well, no, think of it from a different perspective. It's it's a tough division, and so it's gonna be close especially if they're playing, they're playing in their division.
Yeah.
It's gonna be even like it is right now.
Yeah, that is very true. But yeah, other than that, I don't think anything other in that division for me. again, it's gonna be
Florida's doing Florida's things.
yeah.
You know, that's what we all expected.
Yeah, Florida just actually the Panthers just beat the Sabres 5-2 yesterday. So that yeah, that probably shut Buffalo down a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, that's a game that they definitely needed to
in
win.
Florida, when is the Finland series?
Oh, I guess I'm not sure.
I don't know if that's this week or not, or when that is, because I don't know who they're playing. I can't remember who they're playing. But I know they're doing. I think it's this Friday, or something, because it's like an afternoon game, like 2 p.m.
Weird, but yeah, finish it off. This division is
the Metro.
I don't know. It's
Metro.
everywhere. It's everywhere.
It kind of is. It's hard when you have the Devils who have played 12 games, which is basically about 4 more than every other team in that division. So it's really hard to tell, who's when they've played 4 more games more than all the other teams. So like, okay, well, like, yeah, they're leading the division, but that's just because they've played so many games.
Mm-hmm.
If they played the same amount, the Rangers would be ahead, because the Rangers are playing phenomenal right now.
Yeah, 8 games, 6-1.
Yeah, Panarin's killing it. Shesterkin's doing Shesterkin shit. So like I mean, right now they're playing the Caps. From watching them off to the side. That's what I've been looking at on my phone screen. But the Caps are up 4-3 right now. But still, it's been back and forth each time. Caps score, Rangers score 15 seconds later. Like, they're an offensive threat. And like I've said, other teams, but the Rangers are like a real deal still this year again.
Yeah. A team last week was down at that 7-6 spot. That is now 3 because they are on a 4-game winning streak. Carolina finally hitting some notes, it looks like.
Yeah. Well, again, Carolina, like they've just had help all around. It's been Nikas is the leading point getter on that team, but it's not by much. And so they, like, again, Carolina, like how they always play. They're just an all-around just team effort. That's all it ever is.
And then Washington. Oh, what?
One other thing with the Rangers, remember they also extended Lafreniere.
Oh, yeah.
7 years, $52 million. That happened. So then he's locked in. So now they keep another core piece.
Now with that, keeping that core piece, Igor, is there gonna have enough money for Igor?
They're gonna have enough money for Igor.
They gotta figure something out, man.
Yeah, I mean, with both him and the way Quick's been playing great too. Quick's had 2 games. He's won both, and I think he's got like a 1 point something, it's a below 2 goal average.
Right.
So
trade him away.
Get some more assets.
LA, baby.
They don't need any more else. I mean, LA needs a goalie.
We do need
with
a goalie.
Comfort out now.
We got 4 of them. We give you for 1. But yeah, Rangers. Again, they're gonna be a scary team.
Yeah, Gossip Sphere, the pickup that the Canes had that you were just saying about the Canes. He, I think, is leading their team point. No, he's not. As defenseman, he's got 7 points or 8 points.
Okay.
So he was a good free agent signing for them.
Yeah.
So he's shown
good.
He's an offensive defenseman, and he's showing it. And so they're getting the help and so that's helped after getting rid of Skagey when he went to Nashville. So that's kind of helped replace him somewhat. And then Jacob Slavin, he's been doing Slavin shit.
I'm thinking of the Rangers, and I'm thinking, hey, what's another team would be fun to watch them with? And that would be the Jets.
Yeah.
I looked it up. November 12th.
Nice. Next week.
2 weeks.
Or 2 weeks. Yeah.
2 weeks from now. They play at 6:00, so we'll catch the end of that game, and maybe on that game we just maybe live stream it, do a sit-in type of thing.
Yeah. What day is that?
That's on Tuesday.
Oh, it's a Tuesday. Oh, okay.
So, because that will be a fun game.
Should be a battle.
It's probably the 2 best teams in the league right now. So, but yeah. And then we go down to Washington. They're playing Rangers right now. Big win if they can pull it off.
Yeah, another big win. Another big team that they can take down.
Ovi with another 2 goals, 38 more, and gets it. So he's getting up there.
McMichael's got a goal, and then Protas has the other one. Biggest things I have say the second line of Dubois, McMichael, and Wilson has basically played like their first line. They've been absolutely stellar, unstoppable. They're just getting points, points, points. The Thompson, he's 3-0. He's been great. He's in net right now playing the Rangers, and so he's been amazing. He's been making crazy saves, diving around everywhere, just how Thompson does. And then the other thing I have is there's two things I have against, well, not against them, but just like hopefully that they can work on is their power play continues to struggle, yet to get a goal. Which if I said this any prior years, you'd be like, huh? And you're like, what? WTF? How's that even possible? It's the Capitals with Ovi on there. It's a good. You're guaranteed a goal, you know. Nope, hasn't been the case. They're 0-18 or 0-19 now. The Cardberry's got to do something to switch it up. Like I've said it before, and I know that their power play is like their identity, and having Ovi on that side, on that wing slot. But that part of me now is thinking that maybe I don't know, maybe you move him off of the first power play unit just to
he's
create
on first and second, dude.
I know. He stays out there all 2 minutes. I get it, but it's just hard when there's no movement on that side. They just have to move it on the opposite side, passing it around, and then once they find an open lane to pass over the puck, then he gets a shot off. But that doesn't come all the time, and then the teams know that, and it's easy to read now. And so they just need to open that up.
Every team knows how to now defend the Capitals.
Oh yeah, it's easy now, and it's shown.
It's honestly a 4-on-4 because they don't have to give 100%. And
you can kind of just leave Ovi there, and that's what they usually do. But then they do pay for it sometimes. But it hasn't worked at all yet this year, so it's like time to really, really maybe change up the power play and look to put a younger, more puck handling player on that side, just to create more space to move the puck around, to make the defenders move more, to create more space, to create more lanes, to open up the shooting. Like that's just one thing I think that might help. Who knows? I don't know if we'll do anything about it. I know that this what I've seen so far tonight. Ovi's still up there.
Yeah.
He like the announcers even said it. He's staying out there all 2 minutes, and he does. And that's the other thing that hurts them too is when they catch him, on a breakaway, and he can't catch him because he doesn't have that speed like he used to when he was younger. And so it just creates almost more holes than it does, openings. I feel like. And then the only other thing is just the third line has struggled somewhat. Lapierre got benched, basically like Fiala. I was gonna say, like he got benched. He's got 0 points in 7 games so far, and so he's just kind of hasn't played himself. So hopefully you just take a mental day, reset, and then come back next game to put up something to bring it back, bring the confidence back. He just hasn't been a shell. So that's just the only 2 takeaways I have from the Caps. Or now they've been playing great all around. It's been a whole different, completely different team. I mean, it is. Looking at it on paper, it's all new names, but they've played like they've played together for 5 years.
Yeah.
They know where everybody's at already. It's amazing to watch.
Yeah. Again, hopefully they can pull this one off tonight against the Rangers and move up. Well, they'll be tied pretty much with Carolina, but now kind of the bottom of that conference, division. I was right the first time. Division with there's one team that surprises me that they're that low, and that's the Islanders. They're at 8 games, 8 points. I figured they would be. Again, I didn't have them up high, but tell you the truth, after Anthony Duclair went down, I thought to myself, well, there goes your season. Because in my view is they were at the playoffs last year and they added only him. And now the guy you added that you signed is now gone. You're the same team as last year, and now you're not going to perform as well, I guess.
Yeah.
I
see that.
The biggest thing is these teams need to adjust from who you added, and if you don't add anybody, then it's easier to play against you because they're like, okay, we know this person's tendencies. This is what this person does. They've already gone through 82 games with this team, and that's what they're bringing. So I don't know. I didn't. You had Islanders up there at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I got like 5.
But 4. Again, I figured they would be up there. I thought they would be in the contention with Carolina and the Rangers and the Devils, but
Mm-hmm.
that one surprises me all the way down at 6 again. Only 2 weeks, or not even 10 games in, but
Yeah.
I figured they would be a little bit better.
Yeah, I think just because the way I had them a little higher, just because, well, like middle, just because they got Roy, their head coach, kind of halfway through the season, and he really turned it around for them, and
Yeah,
they made a playoff push. I think they made it.
the playoffs, yes.
Yeah, and that was, I feel like because of that coaching change, that he changed up the system and it worked for them. He knew how to play with those guys. And so I figured this year, now that they had the off season to work with them more, and it's not really many changes, so it makes it easier to incorporate your system to guys who've already played, games, so many games under you. I figured that then they'd start the season off how they ended last season, the back half of their season. So then that's why you think they would have done, maybe a little bit better than what they have so far at the start. But yeah, I'd say a little bit underperforming from them. I know they just signed. I know Matt Martin was PTO, and they just. I honestly didn't think they would sign him until way later in the season, but it looks like
Maybe
they bringing him because Declare going down, but then also maybe to help, maybe fire the guys up some.
Well, they definitely didn't fire up tonight because they just lost to the Ducks 3-1.
Yeah.
So,
Ducks have been sleeping. We slept on. They've been better than what I ever would have thought they would have. For this year, the Ducks.
One of the bottom teams. Right
I know,
now.
but I thought we had them better than the Sharks.
I did, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Shark one was a pretty big shot in my butt. but yeah, Philly. I know you had high hopes a little bit for Philly.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Mitchkov has been amazing.
He's been really good. Everyone else
like I
not
said at the beginning of the
out.
year, like that's one kid to look out for, and he has proven that he's a candidate. Like for rookie of the year, because he's just putting up, and he's finally found the back of the net a few times. So he's really been. And the thing that is amazing to me is the fact that John Tortorella, and we all know Torts.
Yeah.
I don't like skill players, he doesn't like skill players and all that. But he's basically just kind of let Mitchkov kind of do his own thing, like just be who Mitchkov is. Yeah, the only thing that Mitchkov's had to get used to, and I think he has now, is just he's got a team behind him. He's got to be more team oriented. He kind of found that out now, I think. And so like, he's endless ceiling almost for Mitchkov.
Yeah, right now Flyers are up 1-0 on the Bruins with about 2 minutes left. So that was a very close one right now. But yeah,
the only thing for the Flyers I have, the other thing is just their goalies, Emerson and Fedorov. I think it hasn't been great, so that hasn't helped out them much. But they also went through a few game stint where they only scored just a handful of goals.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll be a tough one. Pittsburgh down there. I guess I don't know. For me, I'm like, it's not like a big shocker. They were hot for a while there, a little bit.
It looked like Malcolm was the old Gino again. Crosby was still doing great.
Nothing.
Then, they put Jari in net too many times.
Oh, yeah. Jari went down.
Sent down to the AHL.
To hopefully do, I don't know.
Well, I think it was just like a loan, like a loan type. It was a weird thing.
It's what do they call it? An assignment.
Yeah. And I think it's only for like 2 weeks or 10 days or something.
Yeah.
So where basically, I think it's just so he could hopefully get wins and just to bring his confidence back up, because he's just everything was going in. It didn't matter what kind of shot it was. Everything was going by him. And so like, you got a guy in back of the net. You got your goaltender back there that's happening like that. You're gonna lose all your confidence. You're not gonna be confident in any save you make, and so like you're just gonna be you're walking on eggshells the whole time you're back there. So you're not gonna be playing great. Your mind's not gonna be on the game fully.
Yeah. A team that had a big win. It's the last team on this, the Metro side here. The Columbus Blue Jackets beat Edmonton 6-1. I think that's a big boost, and they're right in the middle of that pack right now. 8 games, right, with everyone else, and they're at 9 points. So, got 4 wins. They're above 500.
Mm-hmm.
So that they're doing it for Johnny, man. I feel like so
that'd be amazing if they made the playoffs.
If they made the playoffs, dude, holy cow!
Man. Love it.
It would have to be the last seed, of course.
Everybody would just need to let them win.
No.
No, I
No. Never say that
know.
again. That's crazy. Yeah, just let him win, man. Just you do
Nope,
it.
you gotta do it. Give him a cup.
No, thank you. I don't think they deserve. Everyone deserves a cup, but they're not ready for it.
No.
But yeah, so that's what's going around in the league right now, guys. It's quite fun.
Back and forth.
A lot of high scoring games to a lot of low scoring games. 8-2 was the last time I saw Seattle and Montreal tonight.
Jesus.
Saw Ottawa score another one, 7-0 there. So just hit and miss everywhere right now, I feel like. So, but so yeah, there's that. We are going to jump into our beer league clip of the week because, like always,
Perfect.
I
don't think I've seen this one, or have I?
I don't think you have. Just don't do what these guys do. It's 16 seconds long. I will watch it a couple times, but I'll tell you what, guys, this is very. Oh no, this guy, yeah, this one. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then just get ripped. So, yeah. Backstory of this one. End of the game is happening. They're down a goal or something like that. So this guy gets the puck, and he fumbles it, goes out of the blue. I think the other team cheers a little bit, and he just chucks the puck at him.
He just takes a ripper.
Well,
I like how it's like the guy knew that the guys on the bench knew that guy was going to shoot the puck at him even before that, because that water bottle came out there so fast.
Yeah, he must have been drinking the water bottle because like it literally goes from hey to wham, and then what?
Instant bottle.
Yeah, completely missed. And then his buddy's just like, I'll take it. He gets up, no big deal. But yeah, as you can tell, that happened in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Penguins logo right there.
Yeah, it's again.
Is that Crosby? No.
Crosby, why'd you do that, Crosby? But yeah, come on, grow up. Like, okay, you fumbled it, game's over. Yeah, team's gonna cheer because they just won. Like,
well, and the fact that
you're not ready for someone to come after you.
Well, and the fact that obviously they're gonna laugh. They're gonna give you some shit, man. You just fumbled the puck, outside your zone, outside the offensive zone, so you had to regroup. Everyone's got to come out, and it's beer league, so everyone's like, oh my god, probably all tired. Like, wow, like, you gotta be kidding me. And so like they're just taking a little jab, and this guy takes it way too seriously.
Bam.
Takes offense to it. He's got his feelings hurt.
Again, right here, you just threw a puck in. Look at that water bottle right there, dude. By the way, it's right there. But you throw it in there. Be prepared to get hit. Like,
yeah, it's like you don't think anybody's not gonna do anything.
You could have took someone's hit someone in the head. Someone could have had a no shield and just had a visor.
Mm-hmm.
You could have done some damage.
Yeah, because you don't have to wear a face mask.
No. And so be prepared to get hit. And this guy's just like, I didn't do nothing wrong.
Yeah, right.
Boom. And then you could tell he wasn't ready for it because he easily fell. Like, that wasn't even hard.
Mm.
Yeah, he gets right back up like, what? I didn't do anything wrong. I'll just get out of here. We're done. Like,
funny that none of his teammates they don't defend him.
No.
They do nothing. They're like, oh, so this guy must have a temper problem, like something, or done it before.
Just grow up, dude. Like,
you're
a man.
He's gonna go hit his pillow a couple times when he gets home. Screaming at it maybe a little bit.
Probably. but yeah. So there's our beer league clip. I'll end it off here with a little bit of South Dakota news. Teams are kind of starting to do some preseasons. We call them friendlies, but they've been starting to do some
exhibition games.
Yeah,
really.
Started doing that around the league here and there. I don't want to say too much about Aberdeen because that's what I coach, but
winning state. No,
gosh, why would you say that? It's been fun watching the kids play. All of the coaches are very impressed on what we saw, things that we weren't expecting. So it looks like it's in a good direction.
Oh, that's good.
And that's what we like. We played some good competition this weekend. Get a good feel of lines and guys and things like that. So looking good so far. And I kind of thought too, we have, like I said, we have Carter Sanderson coming on next week. I'm like, why don't we ask a coach?
Yeah.
I
Yeah, that'd
think
be cool.
just to get a coach's perspective on how their team's doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that would be quite fun just to kind of interview the coaches to see how they think that this year's going to go, or how the season's going so far for them and what they expect.
Yeah.
Um, we're definitely not going to do all of the high school teams, but
no, I mean it's I guess now compared to when we were, there's a few more, but
oh yeah, there's a few more, but yeah, I thought why not? I know
that's a good idea.
I was just looking at the head coach for Pier,
Yep.
Landon Badger. We played against Landon Badger, and
Badger.
He again, he was a stud.
It was
stud hockey player, and so I thought it'd be kind of cool to have him on and see how he feels this season's going to go for Pier.
Reminisce a little bit in the past
and stuff like that, and even getting other guys that we played with to our buddies, getting them on. Like I think that'll just be a fun little thing.
Yeah.
To get to know like what people are doing outside of hockey now and things like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we have a fun idea coming. I think we're gonna be a big broad of hockey everywhere almost. And
hope to.
We're dipping our foot into the USHL, United States Hockey League with Carter and hopefully another guy. I haven't messaged yet, but I don't want to say his name either. I will say he committed to Augie here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, so that's fun to see as well.
Yeah.
So just overall very excited about everything. Again, we are super excited to have Carter come in next week.
Yep.
That's something we were really hoping for, and to have him be our first guest is just awesome. So
yeah.
If you guys haven't seen his goal, that's on our TikTok, Instagram, all of our, even here on YouTube. Actually, I don't even think it's on YouTube. It's on our TikTok and Instagram.
Everything else.
And so yeah, definitely check that out. He has a crazy wrist shot. So, but next week will be mostly probably just about Carter. Talk very quickly after Carter's done. We'll talk about the NHL.
Yeah.
And
run through everything again.
Yeah, we probably won't do too much of running through every single team like we did. Just kind of like the teams we thought did really good, maybe.
For the past week.
So, excuse me. So yeah, come on by next week, guys, starting at 8:00, and we will interview Carter and hopefully make a nice little friendship there, and we can kind of interview him throughout the season and
see how they're doing, how he's doing,
and in the future of him going to UND and things like that.
Yeah,
so
Lumberjacks,
baby. Hey, good win, Carter.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, we'll see you guys all next week. Again, subscribe to our YouTube channel here and follow us on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Other than that,